Health is vital to freedom. Without it is a life of compromise. The life I've lived since I was 13. Expression without movement. Stop! My mind is being tormented. Working for somebody else has got to be one of the biggest compromises I will ever make. You have to understand that once you get into a mindset of having the mentality to pursue something that you want, more than anything else, your purpose, your calling, your life belief system, dreams that you want to aspire to achieve, compromise, accepting less than what you're worth, and doing something that isn't due diligence of what you're capable of in full capacity, that diminishes your role. It compromises your immune system, your integrity, your way of being. It makes you question who you are and who you see. Not the image that you want and you think you want to be, but who you are inside. To be and express yourself freely. That's my problem right now. Come on, stop. My mind is literally being tormented. And when I say this, it hasn't been long. It's been like the past hour. But the fact that I have to question myself, my purpose and my beliefs, and think that, oh man, me getting a normal job is differentiating from my capacity to be able to achieve the different elements of what I do and what I believe. In working in these positions, I either choose to entertain and express myself freely, or have half of that as part of a cycle to sell somebody else's service or product and not me. I'm not the experience. I don't get them from start to finish feeling fully fulfilled for what I've delivered. It's not like if I own my own company, I'm going to do all the sales or I'm going to run all the processes. No, I do the creating. And knowing that people come back saying, hey, you changed my life, makes me feel fulfilled. Look, I'm not going to be a person who works for other people the rest of his life. I don't think I can. I don't think I'm capable of it. You know why? Self-awareness. Self-awareness. Your own intuition and innovation to pursue things that you know come from your dreams, your heart, your soul, your way of being. It's not compromising, not feeling that you are inauthentic. You're entitled to believe that you deserve this or that. You're worth it. But what you have to do is you have to go out and get what you're worth. You have to be willing to take the hits. If I were to say, I'm going to keep taking the hits, and I don't deserve this job, you aren't going to regret me leaving. I'm lowering myself. I really believe that I deserve to pick things up and be worth more than other people see. I really believe that because I know that in my genuine heart and enthusiasm, I'm a real person. I have real values. I have real beliefs. I do have skill sets, and I can definitely bring that out in the betterment of other people. I'm just so contained within this frame of how I'm supposed to use that. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure what God is calling me to do. I'm not entirely sure in what capacity I'm going to follow through with this pursuit. Gosh, I'm like freaking Shakespeare, rhyming at the end of every line, not pursuing these things with what is not endless time. How am I supposed to take my mainframe and turn it around for positive gain? I don't know. Okay, do people actually appreciate what I have to show? Everything I do to grow in this expanse feels so ever-wakingly slow. I just want to move and do me. Not have to worry about how I end up being free. There's so many options in life. know there's a path. I know there's a alignment that I have to stay focused on. And if it were so straightforward, I would already be doing it. I have so many obstacles, though. So many obstacles. So many things that are blinding me. Blinding me. Just like technology, that's one thing that you'll keep your eyes on, keep your mind off of when it comes to your heart. That's the thing that matters the most, man. What's in here? And what you're going to do for others out there. I can't keep lying to myself. I know that pursuing a job is half lying to myself. And if I'm giving half of me and all the work that I do and everything that I do because of my body's physical potential and my brain to communicate with my body and the flow of messages and congruence, then I'm not being the full me that I want to be. Do you understand? I can't keep compromising. I'm a person that wants to be happy and is going to do anything they have to do to be happy. The hardest part is, I know that dance, freedom through movement, that's me. And how I express myself to be. I don't know if I'm going to be a performer. I certainly want to. I don't know if I'm going to be an entertainer, a comedian, a poet, a speaker, salesperson. What is it that I see myself being? And what am I going to do to get myself through this vortex that the world is so construed, misplaced, so I can have a pursuit worthwhile for me having been alive in this space. There's only so much that I can think about. There's only so much I can feel about. I just have to do what's right. I have to do the right thing. And not just for the capacity of the creative elements I bring, but for what other people want too. It's just, I don't quite understand it yet, my dude. I don't. It's such a bigger picture of what I meant to do. It breaks the ways that we think about things. And I'm locked in these boundaries and blockades. Conventional way of thinking. Traditional. Consent to. That's what I'm giving here. Not something I completely want to do. I want to break the norm, limited beliefs, our own human capacities, what we think is self-worth. It really doesn't matter. Love is what matters. So it's not that what I'm saying is the most hard and difficult, challenging thing. I want to be able to act on everything that I learn. Everything that comes across my table, the floor, the bookstore. I learn it, I apply it. That's how it should be. It's just so hard. I shouldn't put any more knowledge into my brain that isn't worth executing on. It's not that I want fame, money, none of those things. I just want to be fulfilled in everything I bring. I'm just having a little bit of trouble right now to do that. When I don't have freedom, because money is financial freedom. I don't have choices, because I'm compromising my time for money to buy my health back. In which case, if I don't have my health, I can't do anything. Anything. Really. It's really hard. Just yesterday, last night, I ended up finding out that, yes, there would be this top, this roof, to how much I could grow in my capacity to move and flow. I knew that I would hit this roof of how good I could get at dancing. How much freedom through movement I would be able to achieve As long as I continued with the health that makes me continue to bleed, giving half of me in everything I do. But I did not think I would bump into it so soon. Day 9 of dance. I couldn't move. It was a freak show. It's not that I cared about what other people thought. It's not the ego that had me stop and rot. It's my body that's telling me you cannot succeed. And this vessel, it gives me everything that I have to agree to. I have to consent to. There's no other way, okay? I'm not a bunny, okay? I'm not a lion. I'm not some gorilla in another life form. I happen to be human, and I have my own human challenges. Things that are holding me back that just shouldn't. Things I do and don't deserve. I'm so challenged. I just want to do me. But it's so hard. So hard. If you could see somebody trying to be set free, all they want to do is dance and move. And they just found this out. They never knew that they had the ability to move. They thought they were crippled. But when they started doing it, they started to realize, oh, you can break free. I do have the capacity. And now that I'm doing it, now that I'm shaping myself into this being, we're going to squeeze all the life out of you. Set you straight. What you thought you were seeing, nah. You get a very small picture. You'll never get the whole picture. Not until you get what you believe is the solution. But even if you do get the solution to your health, then it's going to take a long time before you're ever really relevant, really capable, really unstoppable. You won't be able to succeed. Are you kidding? Nah. We're going to continue to have you bleed. That's what my body's telling me. And for me to want to pursue something so badly that stops me in all tracks, in every step, from doing what I feel sets me free, it's the hardest thing I could ever do. But it's also the thing that comes easiest to me. My gift and my calling is on the other side of my greatest life challenge. And I'm having a really tough time breaking through this barrier so that I can believe I can actually do it. My shoulders are set back. They're so still. I feel like a statue. I just want to move. I just want to feel. But my brain does not send messages to my body like it does a normal human. I just want to do me. It's so hard to live in authenticity when you're being lied to all the time. Always giving half in everything you do. When your body's on lockdown and it's not listening to your attitude. It's so hard. You have to understand physical challenges are so hard. And nobody believes you. Nobody's ever heard of what I have or understands it or will even listen to it. So I have to work. So I've set myself to believe I have to make money in a very slow and methodological process. I have to trade my time for money and continue to degrade my health and not know if I'm ever going to be able to dance and sacrifice all of this for what I believe to be the right thing. For me to set my life on my key path and purpose. I so desperately want to make sure that this is right, but I will never be certain until my health is in full flight. Because if I pursue this and it wasn't the exact thing, the uncertainty, my weakness in trying to pursue my greatest strength could leave me in doubt and hurt and pain and regret for a lifetime when I thought I was doing the right thing where my time was spent. You have to know how much that stresses me out. Not ever knowing if I'm doing right. Because I can't feel my body, my mind. To know that I've survived and I'm doing the thing that's hardest for me. And I'm still trying in very small periods. I want to do it full time. But I try and neglect the thought that my body can't keep up with it. So I buy into this belief. I'll buy a full-time membership to dance as much as I want. As much as I want. Unlimited access. 4 hours a day. 5 days a week. I can do that. Why not? Well, your body's got to set on it, right? You know, physically. I'm the type of person that can move and move and move and move. And each time I stop moving or I get a little bit of rest, my energy meter goes back up to 90%. 90%. I just continue until my muscles give out, right? My energy's always there. Until at some point I just happen to be wiped out. But my body's always going to give out before that. You understand? So, I happen to have the self-awareness to believe that I'm a performer. You know, I want to entertain people. I want to bring smiles to your face. Make you feel great with grace. But the possibility of having that and knowing how to do it, the knowledge to do it, I have the desire to do it. It's about all I got. Doesn't exactly mean I know why I'm doing it beyond what this belief might hold. It doesn't mean that I know that I'm pursuing this performer, act, idol person, me, the best self. I want it. But I'm not 100% certain that that's me. That is stressful, having uncertainty. And that's just what I've been going through my whole life. Taking and accepting shit answers. Not taking responsibility for my own emotions. And hurting because of uncertainty. When I'm trying to take responsibility. So, today happens to be November 28th, 4:42 p.m. I'm waiting on a call from 24 Hour Fitness. The reason being, I happened to go on a giant job search the past 2 days. Not today. I've been chilling back here today. And I crushed it at the group interview. Absolutely crushed it. Outstanding. Person was very excited to speak with me and have me on board. I ended up following up today, and I gave him a call, and I ended up saying, hey, I want to thank you for taking the time to meet with me yesterday. I really look forward to hearing from you and seeing when I can get started. Please call me back as soon as possible, or I may not be able to meet the hours promised. Something along those lines. And I didn't want it to seem like a threat. So I called the first time. Somebody voiced those words for me. No, I called back a second time. Had him write it out exactly. Called back a third time. There was a bit of hesitation. We got rewired to management. I ended up accepting it. Kind of screwed up. And wanted to rewrite it again by saying, instead of or having it feel threatening, saying with the hours promised, taking away the last sentence. Please give me a call back. But didn't work out that way, so they haven't called me. That's cool. I'm starting to think 24 isn't for me anyways. And I've had so much support trying to get this work too. It could be me being a personal fitness trainer, learning how to give people results, give them my energy. Dude, it really could be me, right? But I don't know. Can't even train my own body. A performer of sorts. It really is. It's probably for me. Or, which I need certification for, by the way, I can't just jump into that. Or I can be a sales advisor, or I can be a sales or service rep, which is front desk, or I can work with kids. I probably want to work with kids out of all those. If not personal trainer. And if not that, sales. Because the sales cycle is really odd. It's like half a cycle. You introduce people to the management, and otherwise you might introduce people to a coach, but the coach closes, or the personal trainer. So I don't really think it's ideal for me to do 24. The idea is I want to learn the fitness industry and really tap into that, so I understand how to be able to cross over all of that in whatever business I take. And I totally believe my entrepreneurial venture will end up being online. Like, it's an online business. I help people across the world, speak about it. Cool. Like, that's what I'm going to do. But I don't know that fitness is really the best crossover in that pursuit. Makes sense with dance and performing. A little bit of crossover. A lot of bit of crossover. But I don't know how they intertwine. And I'm really confused how that works. Now, running a fitness gym is completely different from a dance studio. Completely different, I bet. But I don't know. I have to find somebody in the industry who's done both and ask them. I'm just so confused. There's so many ways to make money, so many ways not to. I can be a choreographer, I can be a dancer, I can be a performer, I can be on stage with somebody else and be a part of their team. I can teach people how to dance as an instructor. I can make courses online. I don't know. There's small things that we've set ourselves up for, but I think there's something much bigger. And being a performer, doing you in that pursuit, that regard, me being Michael Jackson, starting my own music label, or just doing something big. I think a lot of people miss that opportunity or don't believe that they can. And it's not that I think I'm a great singer or dancer or any of that, but I'd rather shoot high and shoot low and miss my targets. You know what I mean? So I want to be a performer. I so admire Michael Jackson. I understand his story. I understand the man or the boy in the mirror. So yesterday at dance class, yes, I was totally crippled. I didn't make ends meet. My body just wouldn't kick into gears. It's been a week since I danced or moved, so to speak. I mean, I biked all around a little bit. Actually, I laid in bed for like a week. And then I biked yesterday, got sunburnt. Because I biked like all around town in a whole circle. And then came back up over to Hermosa Beach and then biked back down. And then went all the way to Boogie Zone, Utopia. And then all the way back. I mean, literally. That's I don't know how many miles, but golly, it must have been like 15, 20 miles biked yesterday. That's a lot for me, anyways, especially with a body like this. And I did it. You know, I tried to dance at the studio, but just wouldn't kick with me. And there was a community dance session with TJ. I don't really know his full name, but he taught like over 100 people in that room, and I couldn't keep up with him. My body and mind literally couldn't keep up with him and learn it because it's so anti-coordinated. Extremely difficult for me that it just wasn't happening. So I ended up stepping off to the side of the stage because I couldn't hang and let everybody else have their fun and happiness and just watched in awe. Totally inspired and admired by even normal dancers or people who'd been there the first time. Because I knew I couldn't do it. Not to full of me, anyways. Gosh, I'm just thinking like, oh, who do I need to contact? Like Oprah? Like, what do I need to do to make this happen? Get the money, you know? So I can solve this pursuit. Is it really up to me and time? Me and God to find a short or a long route? Like, there's only so much I can pace by getting a job. It's a disgrace to me and all that I've worked for entrepreneurship and freedom. Pursuing purpose, taking this past year and 2 months to develop my self-awareness. I'm better than that. I'm so much better than that. Getting a job is like stabbing and tearing out parts of me. That's why I thought I'd never do it, ever. Ever. And it's not that I'm financially ridden so bad that I just have to. Not that I'm that vulnerable. It's that I can't use the tools. I can't fulfill my position anymore, so I have to quit working in sales with the BCA and just refer if I can. And because it's not fully me. It's not authenticity anymore. I got tired of it. I can't look at that sales chart and send messages every day and be a lead generation system. I absolutely don't desire it. I don't. I like connecting and building the relationship and getting them from start to finish. Or initiating it and saying, bye-bye, you'll do well. I'm an initiator because I think I'm an Aries. I think that's why, but I don't know, man. There's so many things you can or can't do, and you're running out of time. You almost spent 30 minutes on this, bro. Never get it back. Happy to share it. I just don't know. Uncertainty is a weakness that will either continue to grow or always continue to grow because you just get smarter and smarter. Do your best with the little bit that you know to resolve the problems you currently have. That's all you can do, yo. That's all you can do. Make sure it's aligned with your purpose, whatever you do. Okay? Osada. From how much I've been through, it's got... I'd rather be understood, but I can't do it on my own. I need your help. Will you please help me?